You know, we could make holiday gift baskets and then sell them to students.
Is this about the tubes again?
Gift baskets.
Or the parking garage.
We've got to raise money for them either way.
Or the kilns. I mean,
The
we
Student Art
need...
Society is the issue.
By all
at hand.
means, please have a bake sale, all the bake sales you want to raise money for tubes and parking garages. I'm encouraging this idea now. Because there's nothing I'd love more than to see you do this. To propose
We
this
can't
to the
do it.
students.
It's a possibility. Like, you've got to start somewhere. You've got to have crazy ideas that are crazy at first until you do them. And then you're the coolest university in the United States or the world.
And
That's feasible.
We could use things like Avon and those the gift wrap sellers
Is
for,
this guy
for
serious?
other
Is this guy
fundraising.
your actual treasurer?
He is.
He's actually
He's my treasurer? Who voted for this guy?
student body, apparently.
Apparently.
He's
Not
good
the
at what he
student
does.
body. Is he?
Yes.
When you were asking him to drum up numbers for... What do you
He's
do
got
over
numbers.
there, man?
They add up at the end.
What?
And the numbers
Are
add
you
up.
playing Tetris over there?
I'm doing
He's not
work.
playing
I'm
Tetris.
researching prices,
On
How-
Adobe tubes.
different costs.
We're getting sidetracked.
We are getting sidetracked. The Student Art
How much are
Society
your
is-
kilns? You got this all figured out. You
Well,
want to
we're
take my job?
We're hoping to have around a dozen kilns, and they're a steal. We've located a few.
Yeah,
some
you got a
used
price
ones,
in
moderately used
mind?
ones. They're $16,000 a piece.
$16,000.
I don't even. I thought a kiln was like one of those big
That's.
things with the handle
Yeah,
that
it's
you
a
like
lot
put
more than
stuff
I thought
in.
it would
What's
be.
why are those $16,000?
Are these like
Art
gold?
student, not an engineer over here. Okay, I don't know what they're made of outside of. I mean, there's some brick,
I don't think we have that kind of money.
some metal.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we don't have that kind
Oh,
of
here
money.
we go.
$32 million to drop
Well,
on a
it's the art
series of
department.
imaginary tubes that can't happen.
It's just the art department.
Ugh.
We've got to spend.
It's the.
It's not for the whole
I
school.
don't think I heard you right.
He said it's just the art department, and I had to say that I steadfastly agree with him.
it really doesn't help the
It doesn't
entire
help
What
everybody.
does it do?
It's just the
anyway?
art department.
So what's like all six
It's
of
an
you can
isolated
use
group.
these new kilns?
There are 8 of us, sir. There are 8 pottery majors.
That's my point.
I mean,
Need
we
something
have
for
ovens
everyone in the whole university.
cafeteria.
Yeah, how about you guys set that out in the sun like people used to?
Okay, I don't see the big deal when contrasting these costs. $16,000 for per kiln with a dozen kilns is a drop in the bucket compared to what, $30 million for some parking garage when there's no way the student body necessitates that amount of. This is absurd. You know, this is exactly the problem at every university, that every art department is treated this way. This is just outrageous. New uniforms for football teams. Gotta get whatever's gonna pull people in, whatever they can throw on a brochure. Meanwhile, missing out on huge demographics of, dozens of art students. 8 in this case, but that's virtually a dozen in and of itself. This ivory tower idea that you guys are just
Ooh.
in control of all
We
the.
can just build it out of ivory. The parking garage.
That's a good idea. Ivory. Okay.
20-story ivory
yeah,
tower
by
that
all
people can
means,
park
go
in.
ahead and build an ivory tower.
I think this is the most productive meeting we've ever had.
I
good.
unfortunately can't disagree with you.
I think that a silent auction could raise the extra
idea.
money needed for the ivory.
Oh, to murder all those elephants and steal their tusks and build a 20-story monument to their death, so people can park in it.
But it would
So
be
that way they can
beautiful,
attend
right?
the many carnivals and bake sales that our school is known for nationwide.
I think he's got a point. Ivory does increase the cost a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, please punch up those numbers.
We-
punch up a 20-story ivory parking garage. Because or unless you want to ballpark it at $2 million again.
You're not taking us seriously.
I'm
We're
not taking
serious.
you serious. You're a 20-story
We're
ivory
serious.
tower.
This is gonna happen. We're gonna get the money.
Look, guys, if we want to go with a parking garage, we might as well push it to 21 stories still, because the tallest in the world is 20 stories exactly. So if we get one with
We will-
21
world famous.
stories, that will attract a lot of foreign exchange students from all over the world.
Y'all that are very interested in
Perfect.
but we're
parking
gonna
garage
have to build
engineering.
another story though because we're gonna have to open it up for restaurant space at the top.
This could not get any better.
I think
It's
that'll
gonna
help
be
to pay
a
for it.
landmark across the world.
Would be.
Stop. Stop.
No, this is perfect.
No. You want to... a 22-story ivory parking garage with restaurants at the top of it. Basically
we're-
turning
if we're
our
able to do
university into a joke.
And we could do valet
be-
parking
Yeah.
for extra money.
We could attract very wealthy people and get a lot of money out of it.
Because there's nothing that the high class love more than eating in a parking garage. Oh, is that a Cracker Barrel and a Waffle House? How am I ever going to decide?
We could have a Starbucks in there so everyone wants to eat there. We could move all the student restaurants from the student center to the parking garage.
Yeah, so they get the smell of diesel fuel and oil.
It would be isolated, so we wouldn't get the smell. I mean, of course, walking in the restaurant, you get a little smell.
Yeah,
but I
walking
think
up
we can-
20 stories of stairs.
We'd have
We're
an
being crammed
elevator.
into an elevator.
We'd have a really good. It'd be like we'd have 2 elevators. How about 2 elevators?
Elevators? Tubes, man.
Elevators.
Tubes.
Oh, we could incorporate the tubes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, this just
No more
reinforces
elevators.
the tubes idea.
Tubes all the way up to the top.
This doesn't sound very green.
Well, how are they gonna? We're gonna need some kind of suction for the tubes.
We'll put the engineers in charge of that. I think they can figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure they can invent something. Probably for a couple million, right?
What about the thing they do in the banks? You know, the tubes? Stick the thing in, it comes out the other
Yeah,
side?
just with people. It can't be that bad.
Just with people. And so often I go to the bank and see those made out of clay.
Well, ivory.
Ivory.
Ivory in this case.
There's 7 other parts.
We could have pillows so that
really
no one gets
excited about
hurt.
your guys' ideas.
We could line the whole thing with pillows. The art students could make the pillows. Put designs on them.
Can you guys-
Oh yeah, well, how much money are you going to need for a new loom?
Your sarcasm is really professional. I wish I could express how delighted the other 7 Potters are going to be at all of your fun and games. Not to mention
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean
when I
it.
roll over.
No, I do. Sincerely mean it.
Okay.
Not the one over here suggesting that the Potters sew something, okay? That's not our expertise.
Well, you're
You guys
artists.
are artists.
We're trained.
Artists
Here we
are
go.
artists.
Can't you just?
I'm not Martha Stewart
Put
over here,
something together?
okay?
Well, what are
guys
you going to school for?
Take a
then?
class and learn how to
What are
make
you
pillows.
really learning here? I mean, you expect us to give you money for kilns, and you can't even sew us pillows.
He does make a good point. If you can't throw a pillow together, we're supposed to get you a $16,000
Oh, I'm not talking about
machine.
Kent over here. Just saying, hey, you're going to barking up the wrong tree, alright? Or you guys want us to carve the ivory while we're at it? You guys want us to hunt down some elephants?
Oh, well, that would bring down the cost.
That's the idea.
Maybe
of
you
course,
should just have them hunt the elephants, too.
That wouldn't be the art student's job. Unless
Well,
they're...
here's a better idea. How about we just raid the music building, smash their pianos, take their ivory, melt it down. We'll just have engineering figure out how to do that. And then use that to build all this ivory stuff.
It's a sacrifice that I think they'd be willing to make for such a good cause.
Your ivory Starbucks that's on the 22nd floor of your parking garage.
The piano keys probably wouldn't be able to make the whole thing. Probably get it from somewhere else.
But
Maybe...
we could get more pianos.
Is there something else we use
Do we
besides
have
ivory?
Do we have piano funds? I think if we buy more pianos,
Just to get the ivory?
There are elephants in the zoo.
That's a good point.
What if we have a zoo on campus and we keep it a secret?
we could put it in the parking lot.
The elephants die.
You guys kill all the elephants you want and raid their and buy all the pianos and smash the pianos and kill the elephants.
Well, you
and
can't tell
build
anyone about the
whatever
elephants though,
Oh, believe me, I'll keep it on the DL. I won't spread it around.
because it's kind of
Yeah.
It's
definitely
work
the
in
DL.
progress. Yeah.
I think they might notice when you build your 22-story building out of their tusks. That might come up. Hey, where'd you get all that ivory from? So you guys propose this, and then when you get thrown out of school, I'll be sitting in that chair.
You'll be
And then
sad
I'm
you
coming
missed out
for
on
you
this
next.
opportunity.
And punch the numbers up on that. Yeah, punch them up. That's how every meeting ends. Every single meeting ends with me having to walk out because by that point it just has lost all cohesiveness of anything that makes any sense. Anything. Just people just throwing stuff out at random. It's like stream of consciousness. I could have said sheep, and they would have all of a sudden wanted a sheep farm.
Do we have any
It's
more
difficult.
proposals?
This seems like, it seems like a lot of hoops to jump through
I think
with
we're good on proposals for today.
Bill Nye over here.
Well, I think we should conclude the meeting and get back to it next week.
This isn't over.
No, we'll get back to it
Yeah, we come back every week.
We do.
Oh,
next Tuesday.
okay, well, I'll be here next Tuesday then.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay, next Tuesday it is. All right.